EA Sports. It's in the game. What's in the game? Microtransactions. Hi guys. Now, I don't play FIFA and I don't play FIFA Ultimate Team. I haven't played a FIFA title in about 15 years, and even then I didn't buy it. But the thing that amazes me is how much it would cost to make a dream team of footballers. Now, one Twitter user, Scuds TV, actually worked it out, and the figure is insane. Keep watching the video to find out how much EA think it's acceptable to charge for content which could be in the game for free realistically. EA are an easy company to hate on. They're a company I've always detested, and it's not for nothing. Over the years, they've led the way in all things bad within the game industry. They've been voted the worst company in America twice, and always feature in the top 10. They're very good at being very bad in general. Back in the early 2000s, they had a habit of buying up game studios, and then they'd milk them for much as they could make out of them, forcing the studios to put out titles before they were ready, resulting in bad reviews and unfinished games. And basically, once they drained the studios of whatever they could get from them, they just shut them down. Some of the best studios went this way. Bullfrog, the company were famous for Populous, Syndicate, Theme Park, and Dungeon Keeper. Then you got Westwood Studios, who made the Command and Conquer games. There are countless names to add to the list, and they all fell victim to EA and their practices. And then you've also got the way they treat their own employees. EA have had to pay out $30 million to settle class action lawsuits for their policies on enforced overtime. When attempting to finish games quickly, they call it crunch. And basically they're found to be enforcing the people to work 13 hours a day. The main reason though I dislike them is they just produce garbage games year after year. They just pump out games of a year in the title. FIFA 15, FIFA 16, 17, 18, 19. But they never actually innovate or push boundaries. It's just a conveyor belt of trash year after year, with nothing changing. You only have to look at how EA managed the Sims franchise. For a start, I hate the word franchise. It should be banned in the video game industry. It usually means companies are just going to pump out shoddy sequels until the player base stops buying it, no matter what the reviews this stuff gets on release. Every so often, EA will start a new Sims game, and you'll start with damn near the exact same basic game as the last one was on its release. Then, over the coming years, they'll slowly start pumping out all the expansions that were available for the last game, but somehow accidentally got omitted from the new game on launch. Now, if you add up the combined cost of all the expansion DLC available for the game at this time, it would cost you around £680, nearly $1,000 or €790, depending which country you're in. Now, that is just madness. I could pay off my mortgage for this month with that. And what do I get for that sort of money? An in game vacuum cleaner, maybe a dog or a barbecue, or some other content that we've already done for previous games, and then left out on launch so that EA can just steal it back off you slowly over time. But onto the real issue that I really hate, microtransactions. This is a company whose CEO said this at a shareholder meeting.
When you are 6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're really not very price sensitive at that point in time. And for what it's worth, the cogs on the clip really low. And so essentially what ends up happening, and the reason the play first, pay later model works so nicely, is the consumer gets engaged in a property. They might spend 10, 20, 30, 50 hours on the game. And then when they're deep into the game, they're well invested in it. We're not gouging, but we're charging. And at that point in time, the commitment can be pretty high. As a personal anecdote, I spent about $5,000 calendar year to date on doing just this thing, this type of thing on our products and others. I can readily attest to how well it works. But it's a great model, and I think it represents a substantially better future for the industry.
And that's it. That's all they care about, right there. It's all about the dollars. They don't make games because they enjoy them, and they certainly don't make games so that you'll enjoy them. Their only motivation is profit, nothing more. It's about how much they can squeeze from the player base. Oh, look, he's under fire and bleeding. Buy a bandage, it's only $1. Basically, EA are nothing more than a parasite that lives with the gaming community, and that same gaming community are blissfully unaware that this vampire is feeding on them. That's not to say I don't play any EA games. I do love the Battlefield series. I mean, DICE got bought out by EA, so I've got pretty much no other choice other than to play it. I know who and what EA are, but when I read about how much it cost you to make your ultimate team in FIFA, it shocked even me. Hey, you look like a gamer. Did you know that you can unlock your favourite players for free on FIFA Ultimate Team? You only have to play to unlock them. Oh, thanks, man. That sounds good. So how long will I have to play the game to unlock, say, Ronaldinho? He's like one of my favourite players. Oh, yes, of course. You can lock him through playing. You'll only need to play 25,000 matches, say 600 points a match, and he is yours. What? Sorry, did you say 25,000 matches? Yes, that's all, and he's yours. Free. But that's like 8,333 hours of playing time. Yes, isn't it great? And you don't have to spend a thing. But that's like 347 days of solid playing. I'm sorry, did I not mention that it's free? No cost to you whatsoever. I mean, sort of, but it kind of feels like that's a bit much. I mean, if I played, say, 8 hours a day, that would take me 3 years, even if I never took a day off. I mean, if you're not committed to the game, that's your loss. I suppose you could always try trading to earn the points. Trading, so what's that? Is that free? How long would that take? Of course it is. Absolutely free. You trade for a profit, and boom! You'll have the points all free. You only need to make a 20k profit on each and every single trade you do, and you can get that bad boy unlocked in a mere 750 hours. Um, you talk about time like you don't really understand the concept of it. That's 3 months. Yes, but it's free. You're the one that doesn't want to pay. I'm just letting you know all about the great options we've laid out for you, the gamer. But, I mean, I've got holidays planned. I don't even know if I could commit to that. All right, okay. So let's just say I buy the points to unlock him. How much is that going to cost me? Ah, now if you insist, $5,950. What the actual? I'm not asking to buy your car, or even talking about the same thing here. Yes, yes, it's glorious, isn't it? Glorious. Uh, so look, here's the thing. Say I wanted to buy my dream team, like all these guys. How long would it take me to unlock all of those? Well, I don't really want to tell you. Up to now, you've been very negative about this whole thing. Just remember this word while you mull this over. Free. 22,000 hours. Free, yeah. No, no, hang on. That works out like 7.5 years of playing at 8 hours a day. I might not even live that long. Ah, I see you're beginning to get to the point now. If you prefer, you can take the shortcut. These can all be yours for just $110,906. I could round that down for a discount, but I won't. How do you want to pay? We take all major credit cards or kidneys. And that's basically it. All the players are already in the game. Then they hide them by a massive paywall so you can't get to them. If you want specific players in your dream team, you can't just have them. They're there and you can have a chance at finding random players in packs. But just look at the probabilities of finding those top players, never mind the specific player you're after. You're searching for a needle in a haystack. So if you can't find them, then you can buy them and paying a fortune to do so. Especially if you can't commit to spending the next decade of your life playing the game. Yeah, if you look at all the people playing the game, we talk about getting these cards as investments. It's not an investment. Because yeah, you have a game ready to go for next year. And then next year you'll all be doing the same thing, starting from scratch and throwing your money at them. Just feeding the beast. When you buy these packs of players, there's something you need to be aware of which EA don't tell you. It's called RTP. RTP is a common term within the gambling industry. It's return to player. Over prolonged periods of play is how much you can expect to lose. I say lose because, like within the gambling industry, the players don't win, they lose. With most slot machines, you can expect an RTP of around 95 or 97%, which means that if you're to keep playing over a long period of time, you'll retain around 95 or 97% of your money. You lose, but you lose slowly. You could have some big wins, but if you keep playing, you're going to be bleeding cash to the betting companies. Now, to put this into perspective, the RTP, based on the value of players received in the Gold FIFA player packs, you're looking at an RTP of about 58%. You're not bleeding, you're hemorrhaging. EA slit your throat and they got you hung upside down in a bathtub and they're draining the blood out of you. Right, well, if you're still here after that morbid ending, please hit that like button and subscribe. Not forgetting to hit the bell for more videos all about gaming.